Hello and welcome back to the Tarot Bee. I'm Debbie. I'm here with your tarot reading for the 6th of January 2023. We're going to shuffle up the cards, see what we've got. Oops, it doesn't put me in the pack. Okay, then what do we have for a message for today? What's the energy today? 6th of Jan. We're going to start up with the King of Pentacles coming in a reverse position. Okay, so when we see the King of Pentacles like this, we may be looking at a corrupt situation, a corrupt person around us. We could be feeling of low energy at the moment. This is another side of the coin for the King of Pentacles in reverse. But generally it's about some form of like insecurities or something holding us back. Could be... And it could be that a person is holding us back, okay? Like I say, it could even hold meaning that there is some deception, some corruption around. Leading us in is the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is a great card. It's the card of victory, achievements, successes. So in the past there, we've had a big success and achievement. Victory has been shining down on us. Leading us out, we're seeing the Six of Pentacles in the upright. So the Six of Pentacles is about giving. It's a charitable feeling. It's giving to one another. It's a balance within finances. It's feeling more financially affluent and being able to share more. It doesn't have to be finances. It could be about sharing your time with other people, just being a bit more generous. It is a card of generosity. So why have we got this King of Pentacles reversed here in the mix? Because these are the two cards are good, you know, the signs of good fortune. So let's see what is coming in then to clarify. First of all, I want to clarify this Six of Wands. Clarifying the Six of Wands, we're seeing the Justice card, okay? So very similar energy to the Six of Pentacles. We're seeing the balance of the scales, okay? Now, for some of you, this may have been success in a courtroom battle. You know, you could have seen a victory in a courtroom or with a legal situation. This would have been a fair outcome for all with us having that Six of Wands there to see. But definitely you came out the stronger person. For others, I mean, it may signify that you've got a job in the criminal justice system. Yeah, it could be somebody's had some big achievement there within just the area, the field of justice. But what we're seeing generally when we see the Justice card is balance, fairness, fair decisions. So however this victory's come about, you know, it's come about through some fair resolution or balance, okay? Now, coming into clarify our King of Pentacles in reverse, we're seeing the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is about changing and adjusting to make our life easier, making these big changes and adjustments. Generally, when I see it, I'm looking at mindset, and this being a decision in you to walk away and being strong within the mind, okay, having a strong mindset. You may have had to have walked away from a person or a situation, circumstances, because of some form of corruption. You could also be feeling, like I say, low energy. You could be feeling low mood because of some changes that have taken place recently in your life. We will get more clarification on these later. But generally the Five of Swords is about change, and change after a conflict. Some form of conflict. So it's required, like I say, diplomacy and strength of mind in order to make improvements in a situation. So you may have had to, like I say, you may have had to rid a person from your life who, you know, was kind of manipulative. I see corruption there with that. You know, it could have had to do with a court situation that this person is now out of your life. The Six of Pentacles is being clarified by the High Priestess card. The High Priestess is signifying a very strong feminine power, okay? Strong intuitions, strong emotions. Now, I can see this card sometimes as the other woman. This can be another person in a relationship. That's how I normally, or I can see it. Particularly when it's coming with the Six of Pentacles, because this is kind of sharing your time. So it could be sharing time with another woman. That's just one circumstance, doesn't necessarily have to be the situation. But she can come up as another woman card when I see her there like that, the High Priestess. But what we're getting is like a duality with this. We're seeing positives and negatives. So we are seeing some form of balance. Yeah, this lies in the center of it. This lies in the center of, and it shows us that there's a fine line. There's a fine line between positive and negatives. So intuitively, we may be wanting to give more. We may be feeling more emotional. We may be feeling we want to give more emotionally. You know, trust your gut feeling about where you're heading here in this near future. Okay, let's get some further insight. What's going on here? Got a right mixed bunch. Oh, that wants to come out. Temperance wants to fall out. Any other advice, guidance, or wisdom for the 6th of Jan? So we're seeing the Temperance card. We're seeing the 8 of Swords. And we're seeing the 3 of Swords also. Right. So some separation coming at the end there. Let's have a look. What's going on here then? So what we see in our recent past is this card of Temperance is about healing. It's about refilling our cups. It's about feeling blessed. It's being very thankful and having a lot of gratitude for where we're at. You know, we have had some form of success here. That is for sure. We've got the 6 of Wands there. It's come through a resolution of a problem. It could be a court battle for some of you, but something's been resolved here, and it's put you in the driving seat. It's put you in control. People are recognizing your skills, your talents. People see you. People see that you're brave and you've been able to overcome problems, and in doing so, this has left you with this sense of peace and balance. We're seeing that in a few of the cards here. I'm seeing balance. We're seeing inner growth, okay? We're seeing healing. Definitely resolution of a problem when we're seeing the Temperance card. This is the calm after the storm. So you've been through something here in the past. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a divorce situation. It could just be ending a long-term commitment. Okay, there might be children involved. You might be sharing the children. There is definitely a sense of balance here and cooperation with one another. And some sort of healing energy. Now, as we're going into the current, it seems things have become a little bit more confused. So following this big high, this big victory, we seem to be having a bit of a low moment. We could be of low mood, and it could be because we're finding it difficult to adjust to the changes that I've made in our life. For example, if we've gone through a divorce and we're sharing children and we're not used to giving up our time with our children, that can be a battle, you know, that you have to overcome. You know, losing that time with your children that you're used to and sharing time with children is a big one. But something that's happened here, and it has been a victory, and you've had a sense of victory after it. It's been a fair decision a court has made, I see. A fair decision has been made here. But it's left you with anxiety and fears. It's left you tied up in knots. It's left you not knowing where to turn next. It's left you feeling low mood. I do see that you've probably got rid of somebody who's quite controlling over you, but sometimes when we're then free of that, we're left free with a bit more independence, a bit more freedom in our situation. Sometimes then we can be a bit unsure of ourselves. So we need to take from what we've learned here in this healing in the past. We need to remove the blindfold. We need to look at our situation honestly. Yes, we've been strong. We've overcome something. We've had to change. We've had to make these changes. It's probably drained us completely of energy. That's where we're feeling right now. We're starting off the new year feeling completely drained. You know, I see that. But you've got to overcome whatever this fear is. The fear is within. You've created this own prison around you. You're your own worst enemy. You've got to overcome the fear. You've got to turn this King of Pentacles around, you know. You can't be in this low mood. Things just won't get done. Things won't be achieved. You need to get over the procrastination, the doubts, the sabotage. You need to get over that. Now, in the future, we are seeing separation. Now, it could be that all this is linked to a separation, because that the Three of Swords is obviously relevant somewhere here. I do see sharing. I do see balance. I see you spending more time with people. I see you more generous with your time, more generous with your money. I see the split of finances. You know, it's like when we see the Three of Swords, often people worry and think, oh, it's bad, it's all doom and gloom, because often the image is quite difficult. You know, particularly here we see it. You know, it's dark. It's not nice, the imagery. But what it's signifying is that things are getting better. You know, you've purged what's no longer required. You've sacrificed something's no longer required. You may have had to sacrifice something you love. Like I say, I mean, the children thing is a perfect example of that, sharing custody of children. You know, that is a sacrifice. And you're doing so for the benefit of the children. You're putting that balance in everyone's life. But whatever this has been, you've got to let it go. This Three of Swords is this pain. It's painful, whatever this is. But you've got to let it go now. It's run its course. You know, you've got to bring things back into balance. You know, listen to your gut, respond to the gut, respond to your intuitions. Think about the situation with honesty. But a time of very, very high emotions coming up while you adjust your mindset. You adjust into a new way of life. And that's what I see today's reading as being about. You find it difficult to adjust to a new way of life. Okay, it comes from some form of separation, severing ties with somebody here. And you now have to have a new philosophy. You need to overcome the fears, the boundaries, which is tying you up in knots. Okay, let's pull a couple more cards here. For today, what have we got? Any final messages for us for the 6th? Anything else we need to know? That one wants to fall. We've got the Eight of Cups, so this is walking away, you know, and I think this is how you're feeling. We've got 2 8s on the table. 8s are about recognition, you know. We see it here, that recognition as well. We're walking away. We're doing so in pursuit of our wish, of our dream, of our wish come true. And I feel this because we've not got any cups on the table other than this. We are turning our back. We are detached emotionally. There's definitely emotional detachment here. We've adjusted the way we're thinking. There's a very strong-minded person here, very determined, very controlled. You know, you see it here with the High Priestess, very controlled, grounded emotions. Very, very controlled. Despite your best efforts, things may not have turned out as you planned, but you are heading towards your wish, so you will get over it. But it's going to take some time, and I think because I feel like the current situation here, we're in it now. We're in this feeling of low mood, this feeling of how are we going to make things better? Are we going to be able to get on? Are we going to be able to adjust to these changes in our life? You've cut your losses. We see some severing of ties. We're seeing the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about planning. Okay? It's about waiting and planning. It's a very good card in terms of, you know, it shows me that there's success on the horizon. You've done all that you can do. You have definitely done all you can do. And you're now just waiting. The Lovers card is also coming out. So the Lovers can talk about decisions and choices that need to be made. Doesn't necessarily have to be about love, but generally it is. And I feel like that is what's happening here. I feel like this has been, we're talking about a separation here, and what you're learning from that separation and the decisions you're now having to take as a result of this severing ties with somebody who has once been important in your life. With the Lovers, we're seeing cooperation, we're seeing harmony. You know, we are seeing that. We're seeing some mutual respect somewhere. Yeah, so it's not all negative. I feel like this has been, despite I don't think there's quite a nice person around with seeing that there, but I feel like this separation has been as harmonious as it could have been, you know. Some fair choices have been made and decisions here. And you've now got to devote yourself to a new goal. Devote yourself to turning your back to emotional attachment in search of a wish. Okay, and healing from this. You will do whatever's necessary. For some of you, you know, you're going to be spending a lot more time with friends, family. You may even be more charitable. You may be doing voluntary work here in the future. Go with your gut feeling on this. Go with what your gut is telling you to do. You will get there, but I do feel like this is a major life adjustment that someone's having to make today. That's all I have time for. You take care. I'll see you tomorrow.